Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my second collection video. This time I'm bringing you the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 might be my favorite system. It's definitely between this or the original Xbox. There were so many great games on this. Of course, it was launched by Microsoft in 2005. This game did a lot of great things, had a lot of great games. The one downside about this gaming system was the red rings of death, as a lot of people call them. A lot of people experienced that during the early generations, but once they got to the slim consoles, there weren't really any problems with them. My gaming system actually right now, it doesn't read discs well. So that just goes to show you how kind of fragile this system is. So I haven't been playing any games because my system won't read discs. The only games I can actually play are the ones that are backwards compatible right now with the Xbox One. But I do have about 60 games, so I want to get to this real quick. If you guys do like this video, be sure to smash that like button and smash that subscribe button because I put out new Xbox and other gaming content every single week, or just about that. So the first game I have on the list, it's actually the only game I've ever bought without like a cover. And I bought it from GameStop. It's Alone in the Dark. Kind of a horror game. Well, it is a horror game. And it was $1.79, so I couldn't go wrong with that price. Second game, of course, Assassin's Creed. Put it up that way. Assassin's Creed. Obviously a classic. Assassin's Creed 2. Again, great series. I love the Assassin's Creed series. Could not recommend it higher for Xbox owners. Assassin's Creed 3. I actually have this collection of Assassin's Creed 3, the collector's edition case. I actually got this through GameStop when I pre-ordered Assassin's Creed 3. And the funny thing is I actually canceled the Assassin's Creed 3 pre-order. So I actually got this anyway without actually buying Assassin's Creed 3. I actually did pick Assassin's Creed up later on for like $5 or $6. But it's pretty cool to grab that for nothing really. And Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I haven't played any of the newer ones. I'll probably get into them eventually, but I just haven't had time to yet. So we got Bakugi Battle Brawlers, another game I got from GameStop real cheap. This is the time to buy the Xbox 360 because the stuff's so cheap on there right now. Got a double pack between Bioshock and Oblivion. Obviously, Oblivion is a tremendous game. I actually got this one as just Bioshock alone. I got it from GameStop, and they didn't have an actual Bioshock case by itself, so they just gave me this one. Of course, we have Bioshock 2, tremendous game. Bioshock series, everybody knows it's like 9.0, 10.0s by everybody. Couldn't recommend it any higher. And most of the games I actually do have on my 360 are games I've actually loved. That's one of the things I really do like about this system and I like about this particular collection. So you have Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. This game was so big when I was in high school. I remember we had clan battles pretty much every single night trying to find out who was the best clan in school. Probably one of my favorite memories of playing video games in my life. Modern Warfare 2. This one again was one of the biggest launch titles I ever bought. I remember waiting in line at GameStop in town, and the line must have been 300 or 400 feet long. We had guys from my town just camping out there. It was a pretty cool experience. And I have the legendary Atlas developer. We have a game from Catherine. I haven't been able to play this game yet. I want to play it so bad, but again, my Xbox doesn't read discs anymore, so until I pick up a new Xbox, I'm not going to be able to try this out. But I saw this in Newberry Comics for $5, and I was like, an Atlas game for $5? You have to pick that up. Be crazy not to. Then we got Civilization Revolution. This is actually one of the best games on the system. If you are a fan of the Civilization series, I would absolutely recommend picking this up. The one thing is, it's not as detailed as the computer-based sim games or Civ games, but it's still a very fun Civ game, and it's the only one out on consoles. So for any system, so I would definitely pick this up if you are a Civ fan because it's the only time you're gonna get a console experience. Next, we have Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. Tremendous series. The makers of BioWare. I've said this a couple times, but BioWare is probably my favorite developer. Between them and Atlas and Working Designs. BioWare definitely comes out with some amazing games. You got the KOTOR series, Mass Effect. Absolutely my favorite developer, definitely one of them. Dragon Age 2. I actually wasn't a fan of Dragon Age Inquisition as much as the first two. But it's still a good game as well, but I definitely like the first two on the 360 a little bit better than the newer one. We have Defiance. I actually got this from GameStop for about $1.99. Haven't played it yet. Got the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Obviously, this is a classic RPG. If you are an RPG fan and you have an Xbox, you have to get this game. This is the game that really brought the Elder Scrolls into the mainstream, and that is, of course, Skyrim. You can't really see it too well because of the lighting here, but Skyrim, I mean, everybody's seen the cover of it, so it doesn't really matter anyway, but obviously Skyrim is an amazing game. It took everything that Elder Scrolls Oblivion did well and then magnified it because it did have the better graphics. So it had the great story of Morrowind and Oblivion and improved on that. Another one of my favorite series of all time, you have Fable 2. I actually got this game for Christmas one day. I played this game as soon as I got it. I wasn't too happy with it because I was a huge fan of the first Fable, but it was still an awesome game, and I definitely would recommend it for any fan. And you have Fable 3. A lot of people dislike Fable 3, but I actually like Fable 3. I like the choice that you can choose when you're as king. I like that. A lot of people don't like it, but you know what? I thought it was a good game. You have Fallout 3, Game of the Year Edition, Platinum Hits. Obviously, Fallout 3 is a major game. Fallout 4 is out right now, so a lot of people know about that now. But also Fallout New Vegas. There were so many good open world games in the system. I mean, this system really brought the open world genre into the forefront. I mean, there were so many good games like this. And it's a bunch of FIFA games. 09. FIFA 12. Actually got a bunch of copies of FIFA 13. FIFA 13, this little collector's edition. FIFA 13. And then my final copy of FIFA 13. I don't know why I have so many FIFA 13s. I must have got them real cheap or something. FIFA World Cup, South Africa. I was so bummed that the new World Cup game didn't come to the Xbox One, and I wasn't playing my 360 at the time, so I didn't pick it up, but Platinum Hits, Fight Night Round 3. This game is unbelievable for the time. Probably the best boxing game I've ever played. One of the greatest sports games I've ever played. So if you do have a 360, I'd pick it up if you're a boxing fan. Or even if you're not a boxing fan, because I'm not really a diehard boxing fan, but if you're a sports fan in general, you have to get that game. Forza Motorsport 3. This is actually the first Forza that I played. I actually went back and played the other ones before this, and this was an awesome game. It got me into the Forza series. Like I said, it was my first experience with Forza, so if it was a dud, I probably wouldn't have played it anymore, but now I have a bunch of them, so definitely recommend picking this game up if you are a racing fan. Then we have Gears of War, another tremendous Xbox series. Obviously one of the greatest sellers on the 360, sold about 5 million copies. This, Halo, Fable, these are the series that really define the Xbox, if you are an Xbox fan or not. Mass Effect as well. Gears of War 3. I actually don't have Gears of War 2. I had it at one point. I actually bought it on launch day, and I don't have it, so I'm going to have to go back and grab that one, because obviously it's a worthy addition to any collection. Grand Theft Auto 4. Obviously a great game. Everyone knows that. Guitar Hero, Legends of Rock. Only Guitar Hero game I've ever owned. Then we got Halo 3, Collector's Edition. This is the reason I bought a 360. I think it's the reason most people bought 360s. Tremendous game. Everyone knows that. I mean, I actually didn't care for the ending as much as most people, but, you know, it was a good game, and I definitely did enjoy it. Now, I actually like this game better than Halo 3, and that's Halo 3 ODST. This actually might be my favorite Halo game. A lot of people don't talk about this game or they never played it, but this is definitely one I would recommend picking up. Especially now where the game is probably like $4. You could not go wrong with ODST. Halo Anniversary, Combat Evolved. Obviously, Combat Evolved was one of the greatest Halos, and this is just the remastered version of that. Halo Wars. I haven't played Halo Wars as much as I should. I should play it. I'll probably get back into it eventually. I know it's on the Xbox One right now. Actually, I might go play that after this. It's a good idea, actually, but I'll definitely gotta get back into that. Halo 4. I was not a big fan of Halo 4. That kind of threw me off this series. In my opinion, it was not a good game. I hated how they shifted everything. So I'm gonna give it a try again, I guess. Try to get back into the series. Try to kickstart my love of it, because I used to love this series. Like I said, it's the reason I bought an Xbox 360. It's the reason I bought an Xbox even. I mean, I loved Halo, 1 and 2 especially, and then 3 was good, and ODST was great, and then this Halo 4 really, it threw me off. It seemed like they were coming out with new Halo every single year, which really hurt the game in my opinion. Homefront, bought this game for $1.99 at GameStop. Haven't played it yet. Kane and Lynch, Dead Men 2. This is a game a lot of people may never have heard of. It's Lost Planet, Extreme Condition. This is a game I really enjoyed, and I only had one friend who actually had this game growing up. Played the hell out of that game, and nobody else played it, but it was a good game. I really enjoyed it. I didn't care for the story mode as much as I thought I would, but the multiplayer was pretty fun, and I think they made a couple sequels to this where they were only online, and that really upset me because I wanted to play the second one of this, but LA Noire, I got it for cheap, $4.49 from GameStop. You see right here. Haven't played it yet. I'm trying to get into it, but bunch of Maddens. Madden 06, McNabb. 08, Vince Young. 09, you got the legendary Brett Favre. Madden 10, you got Palomalu and Fitzgerald. I know at the time this was the only Madden to ever have 2 people on it. I don't know if it still is or not, but I know that was something unique at the time. Coming up is my favorite series of all time. That is the Mass Effect. In my opinion, this is the greatest series in Xbox history. I know they're coming out with Mass Effect Andromeda, but as of right now, this is the greatest. This is the greatest series on the Xbox. Better than Halo, better than Gears, better than Assassin's Creed, better than Fable, better than any other KOTOR even. Better than any other series that you want to throw out there that's ever been developed on the Xbox. Dragon Age included by BioWare. So that's Mass Effect. Then I got the Mass Effect Collector's Edition. This is probably the only expensive game in Mass Effect because it's so highly produced. Mass Effect 2. And the Mass Effect 3. The Mass Effect 3 storyline, I know a lot of people, this is pretty famous, so a lot of people know about it. The endings really disappointed me and a lot of other fans. So what I actually took part in was a big campaign where we were all mailing in letters to BioWare and to EA about the ending because we felt that we were cheated and we didn't enjoy the way it went. And one of the best things about that was that they actually did respond to us and they came out with DLC to change the ending, which I really enjoyed. I mean, they didn't have to do that. They came out with their game. They could have said, you know what, this is our game. This is how it is. Either you like it or you hate it. That's on you. But they actually listened to the fans, and they changed it for us. So I appreciate that from them. Metro. And then Mirror's Edge. This is a very unique game. I actually just started playing this week. Awesome game. I'll probably actually do a review of it real quick. But definitely a fun game. The graphics are amazing on that, actually, which is kind of blew me away how good they were. NBA Live 07, McGrady, back when he was a baller. NBA 2K9, my boy KG. NBA 2K12, who's that? Magic Johnson. NCAA 13, Bob Griffin. NCAA 10, who is that? I have no idea. Is that maybe Des Bryant? I'm not sure. Justin Blackman, maybe. Pure, haven't played it. Got it for real cheap. I think I had a gift card, but I had like $1.99 left on it at GameStop, and I was like, just get me a game for $1.99 or less. Pocket Bike Racer. This is apparently includes a 360 and original Xbox version. So, never knew that. Never seen another game like that before, actually, too. Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Revolver is actually one of my favorite series. I didn't care for this one as much, but Red Dead Revolver was amazing. This wasn't a bad game by any means, but it didn't live up to Red Dead Revolver in my opinion. Sega Superstar Tennis and Xbox Live Arcade. Haven't played this game. Another one of those games I got real cheap. Too Human. This game, a lot of people know, was in development for years. Probably about 10, 15 years this game is actually being developed. It did not live up to the hype in a lot of people's minds. I didn't mind this game that much. It wasn't a great game, with all that being said. It was a decent game that I enjoyed. It wasn't anything special, though. And then my final game, Virtua Tennis. I am a massive fan of tennis, so I obviously love this game. I actually do like the Top Spin series a little better, and I can't wait till they come out with either a new Top Spin or Virtua Tennis, though, because I do love tennis, and it's Yeah, I love tennis, love Xbox 360, so you can't go wrong with that. But thank you guys. That is my collection. It's about 60 games. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was a pretty quick one compared to my original Xbox. But if you guys did like the video, be sure to smash that like button. And if you want to see more content about the 360, about the Xbox One, let me know. And definitely subscribe because I put out new stuff every single week.